Hello and welcome to Untwisted Threads. This is Onion Knit number 4 Organic Wool and Nettles. The 70% organic wool, 30% nettle fiber yarn features 40 colors. The colorway that we chose is 834 Burnt Orange. This 50-gram skein with 130 meters or 142 yards works up as a DK weight yarn. The suggested gauge on a US 6 or 4 millimeter needles is 21 stitches per 4 inches or 10 centimeters. For our swatch, I'll be using a 4.5 millimeter needle size. In today's video, we're going to review and score Onion Knit number 4 Organic Wool and Nettles using our 5 categories, which are availability, softness, traction, durability, and cost, to help you decide if this is the best yarn for you and your next project. Stay tuned until the end for a few pattern recommendations as well. Would you like to feel a sample of our top picks out of over 100 yarns that we have reviewed on this channel? Click the link below to get your free specialty yarn card, knitting patterns, and more. Let's get started. For availability, we give number 4 Organic Wool and Nettles a score of 3 out of 5. Onion Knit is a new brand for us. I wasn't familiar with it, so thank you for the recommendation. Onion Knit originated in 1998 in Copenhagen, Denmark. They first began selling sewing patterns and expanded into selling 100% natural fiber yarn too. Over here in the States, you can find this particular yarn in a few shops, but we think there's definitely room for them to grow. For softness, we give it a score of 4.1 out of 5. This 3-ply organic wool and nettles yarn had a not rustic and not soft, dry feeling to it. It was intriguing though, because I didn't know how it was going to work up. First, it includes organic wool, which we don't know specifically what kind of wool it is. And then there's the nettle fiber. Now, I wasn't familiar with this fiber content being used in yarn, but it is made from the stinging nettle plant stem. The stem is cut and the bark removed, allowing the fiber to be extracted. These fibers are then carded and spun, producing a very strong cord useful for string, or in this case, yarn. It's sustainable, insulating, breathable, and hypoallergenic. It is this fiber that gives the yarn its sheen and marled look, as it doesn't take the dye. Similar to a lot of other plant fibers, its dryness was noticeable for me when working with it. For a comparison, it is softer than Drop Soft Tweed and not quite as soft as Knitting for Olive Cotton Merino. I'd say it's pretty comparable to Drop's Cotton Merino. For a micron count or softness scale rating, we'd estimate it to be about a 23, so about in the middle between soft and rustic. Similar to alpaca, nettle fibers have a hollow core, which allow them to trap air and be insulating. In the warmer months, twisting the yarn closes the core, creating a cooler fabric. In the cold, the fibers remain open, maintaining a constant temperature. For traction, we give it a score of 3.5 out of 5. So we didn't notice a ton of bounce with this yarn, and its dryness did cause some drag on my skin. I don't know if you can picture it, but it almost feels like I'm fighting the yarn a little bit when they're dry like this, because it's going against my skin and gripping onto it. For this reason, I also don't recommend you use wooden or bamboo needles with this one, as I think you might experience too much grip. For durability, we give it a score of 4 out of 5. I can't really say how durable or not the organic wool is without knowing what kind it is, so we're going to focus more on the nettle. Nettle fibers are very durable, and it is said that they have a higher tensile strength than silk, cotton, and wool. This stability is one of the reasons this yarn is recommended for socks. When it came to our stress test, I imagine it was the wool fibers pilling a little bit, fabric to fabric, and feeling it with our hands rather than the nettle. For cost, we give it a score of 3.8 out of 5. For being a 50-gram skein, you can expect to pay $6.30 US per skein. That breaks down to about 4 cents per yard, meaning a size medium sweater quantity would cost you approximately $50. Overall, we give Onion Knits No. 4 Organic Woolen Nettles a score of 3.68 out of 5. This was just kind of a meh yarn for me. It didn't really stand out a ton and didn't want to glide on my needles. But if you're looking for that perfect, eco-friendly sock yarn that is durable and will hold up well, this could just be the yarn for you. So we had a little look on Ravelry and wanted to share a few pattern recommendations with you, hopefully to inspire you if you're wanting to use this yarn for a project of your own. The first pattern is the Field Sweater by Camilla. It comes in 9 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 37 to 56 inches and recommends positive ease. It suggests using a US 4 and 6 or 3.5 and 4 millimeter needle size and a DK weight yarn to meet gauge. It is knit seamlessly in the round from the top down. It's a classic round yoke shaped sweater and features a textured pattern resembling wheat. The next pattern is free and called the Field Hat Guided Mitts by Plucky Knitter Design. The hat comes in 3 sizes and the mitts come in 2 sizes to fit both women and men. It suggests using a US 4, 5, 6, and 7 or 3 3/4 to 4.5 millimeter needle size to meet gauge. The hat is a little bit slouchy and the mitt's length can be adjusted to your liking. They both feature a matching cable diamond motif. The last pattern is Adriata by Locatelli. It comes in 10 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 30 to 66 inches and recommends 0 to 2 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a US 4 and 6 or 3.5 and 4 millimeter needle size to meet gauge. It is worked seamlessly from the top down. It is a simple tank top pattern that features a cable and lace design mirrored on the front and back and along each side and armhole edges. Have you used Onion Knits No. 4 Organic Woolen Nettles yarn before? What yarn would you like for us to do a review on next? We would love to hear your thoughts and recommendations in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's review, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.